Okay, I think it'll be short. Pastor On last week asked me to share a little bit, and I've been thinking for about a week and a half, and I think what God has really put on my heart has been to, I guess, share a little bit about me and my relationship with my kids, and how it's changed, and I just started remembering when they were just little babies, right? And very, so as they were little babies just born, parents, we have this unconditional love for babies, right? No matter what they do, they can't go wrong. And I think as I've been thinking about that, I think being a parent and our kids are probably the greatest gift God's given us on this earth to really be able to experience that unconditional love that God has for us. Because before we have our own kids, we really don't understand when we hear God's unconditional love. So, I've been thinking about that, but as our kids get older and, our kids get smarter and they can sometimes cause us headaches and stuff. But, sometimes I feel like as parents, our unconditional love can sometimes turn conditional at times, like they're not behaving, and, we sometimes feel, anger at our kids sometimes. But, at this time, I just want to, challenge our parents and also myself just to remember and reflect back to that unconditional love that we had for our kids, no matter what they do, just to have that unconditional grace. And then that thought kind of, I think, spills over into our church as a family too. I know that we as parents focus a lot of our time and energy on our own kids, but then also as a church, I think God put us together to also have concerns and cares for everyone, all of the other children too. And so I've just been, as we've been preparing for this family worship, God's really been putting a burden on my heart that us as parents, we really need to be challenged to be able to show that grace and love to all of the children of the church, and to help in raising up all of our kids to be godly sons and daughters. And, one story that really kind of drove it home for me was Pastor Todd of Legacy OC was sharing, and he mentioned how when he was a teenager, 15, 16, 17, he was really just going through a lot of troubled times. He was leaving the church and really was distant from God. But there was one lady, not his mom, but another lady in the church, that took him out to lunch every Sunday for 2 years just to talk to him and really counsel him and just to hear him out and really encourage him. And he still, to this day, thanks that woman every time he sees her, because he says that's the reason he came back to God, that devotion, that grace. And so, I just encourage all of us as parents to keep our eyes and hearts open for any other children that may be needing, just that special touch or grace or love. And that's just kind of a vision and burden that God's been putting on my heart. So thanks.